Welcome to Chapter 7 of the Bhagavad Gita, Jnana Vijnana Yoga, the Yoga of Knowledge and Wisdom. In this profound chapter, Lord Krishna reveals the deepest truths about the nature of the divine, the world we live in, and the path to liberation. He speaks not merely of intellectual understanding, but of a living, breathing wisdom that transforms the soul. Let us journey together through these eternal teachings and discover what it truly means to know God. Chapter 7 opens with Lord Krishna outlining the essential key takeaways that will guide our understanding. First, God is both the material and spiritual foundation of all existence. Second, only one in millions truly seeks to know the divine, and even fewer come to know him as he truly is. Third, Krishna's lower nature comprises the 8 elements of the physical world, while his higher nature is the life force that sustains all living beings. Fourth, Maya, divine illusion, keeps souls bound to the material world. And fifth, surrender to God alone breaks free from this illusion and leads to liberation. These points form the backbone of everything Krishna teaches in this chapter. Krishna draws a powerful distinction between merely knowing about something and actually living it. We can read scriptures, study philosophy, and memorize verses. But true transformation comes when knowledge becomes experience. Krishna says that understanding his nature intellectually is only the beginning. The real journey is inward through consistent practice, devotion, and surrender. Ask yourself, where in your life do you know something to be true but have not yet fully lived it? That gap is where your spiritual growth awaits. Krishna declares that everything in existence, seen and unseen, originates from the divine. He lists 8 elements of his lower nature: earth, water, fire, air, space, mind, intellect, and ego. But beyond these, his higher nature is the very life force, the consciousness that animates all living beings. The takeaway is simple yet staggering. Nothing exists outside of God. Every atom, every breath, every thought, all are expressions of the divine. When we begin to see the world through this lens, life itself becomes a sacred experience. Krishna invites us to see the divine in the fabric of everyday life. He says, I am the taste in water, the light in the sun and moon, the sacred syllable Om in the Vedas, the sound in space, and the ability in humanity. This teaching asks us to shift our perception, to move from a purely material view of life to a sacred one. The next time you drink a glass of water, pause. The taste itself is God. The next time you see sunlight streaming through a window, know that light is God's presence. Divinity is not hidden, it is everywhere, waiting to be recognized. One of the most important teachings of Chapter 7 is the concept of Maya, divine illusion. Maya is what keeps the soul bound to the material world, trapped in cycles of pleasure and pain, birth and death. Krishna explains that Maya operates through ego, desires, distractions, and ignorance. It makes the temporary seem permanent and the unreal seem real. But here is the key: Maya is not an enemy, it is a teacher. Every illusion that falls away reveals a deeper truth. The path out of Maya is not force, but surrender, turning toward the divine and allowing wisdom to dissolve the veil. Krishna teaches that people seek God for many different reasons, and he accepts them all. The 4 types of seekers are those in distress, those seeking material gain, those who are curious about truth, and those who seek God with wisdom and love. Krishna says that the last type, the wise devotee who loves God unconditionally, is the most dear to him. But he does not reject any seeker. Wherever you are on your spiritual path, whatever brought you here, your pain, your curiosity, your longing, God welcomes you. Every beginning is sacred. Krishna gently warns us about the trap of temporary desires. When we seek satisfaction through fleeting pleasures, wealth, status, comfort, sensory enjoyment, we may receive them for a time, but they do not bring lasting peace. Krishna says that those who worship other deities or chase worldly gains receive temporary results. Only devotion to the Supreme brings permanent fulfillment. This is not a condemnation of human desire, it is an invitation to desire something deeper. Let your longing be not for what fades, but for what endures. That longing itself is the beginning of wisdom. Krishna humbly acknowledges that his full nature is beyond human comprehension. He is unborn, without beginning, the Supreme Lord of all worlds. And yet most souls, veiled by illusion, do not recognize him. Even those who are devoted may only grasp a portion of his infinite nature. This teaching calls us to intellectual humility. No matter how much we study, how much we practice, how enlightened we become, there will always be more. God is always greater than our understanding. And in that mystery lies not frustration but awe. Let wonder be your constant companion on the spiritual path. Krishna reveals that when a soul is freed from the grip of sin, illusion, and duality, and when that soul takes refuge in God with love and devotion, true freedom dawns. This freedom is not the absence of circumstances. It is the inner peace that remains steady through all circumstances. The takeaway is that liberation is not a distant goal reserved for the few. It is available here, now, through sincere devotion and the wisdom that comes from surrender. Let go of attachment, not of love. Release the need to control, not the desire to grow. In that release, you find peace. As we near the close of Chapter 7, Krishna offers 6 simple but profound practical lessons for daily life. 1. See all knowledge as sacred. Learning itself is a spiritual act. 2. Recognize the divine in everything. The world is God's expression. 3. Understand that Maya is real but not ultimate. Do not be fooled by illusion. 4. Examine your desires. Ask whether they lead to lasting peace or momentary pleasure. 5. Commit to your spiritual growth, one step at a time. Progress matters more than perfection. And 6. Remain open-minded. God works through many forms, many paths, and many seekers. These 6 lessons are not abstract. They are a daily practice. The key message of Chapter 7 can be held in one simple truth. To know God is not merely to believe in God, but to realize God within yourself, within others, within all of life. Krishna is not asking for blind faith. He is inviting direct experience. Through devotion, through wisdom, through surrender, the divine is not found somewhere far away. It is revealed as the very ground of your being. This is Jnana Vijnana Yoga, the union of knowledge and realization. May this chapter be not just something you have heard, but something you have touched. We close with these sacred words of Krishna. Surrender all your actions to me. See me as the Supreme. Take refuge in the yoga of wisdom. Always think of me. By my grace, you shall overcome all obstacles and attain eternal peace. May these words of the Bhagavad Gita-Chapter 7 light your path, deepen your devotion, and bring you ever closer to the divine that lives within you. Namaste.